Wait, I'm Kayla, and this is my audience for my speech. These are my parents and my friend Jayla. To be in your children's memories tomorrow, you have to be there in their lives today. Barbara Johnson. This quote by Barbara Johnson can exemplify why parents should censor their children. Growing up in this ever-expanding technology generation, I have learned many important lessons that everyone should carry with them when using the internet or the next time they're watching TV. Parents should censor what social media their children are using, TV shows they are watching, and video games that they are playing. Social media is growing rapidly every day. As much as we all love the quick link to our friends in the news, there are many parts of social media that are not age appropriate. Parents should monitor what social media their kids have and how they are using it. Social media has become a growing network for bullying. The media allows information to spread quickly. Whether the information be positive or negative, within seconds, thousands of people can see it. According to Why Do People Cyberbully, a project to stop online harassment, children are using the internet to bully each other because it's easier than personal confrontation. It also gives them the illusion that they won't get caught. They don't understand that the words that they use online are permanent, even if they are deleted. Many parents would not know if their children is the victim of the cyberbullying or the initiator. Teens use different sources of social media than their parents, so it's not uncommon for the bullying to go unnoticed until the issue becomes too large to suppress. According to the Megan Meyer Foundation, an organization to prevent cyberbullying, cyberbullying has negative effects on victims, such as lowering their self-esteem, increasing depression, and producing feelings of powerlessness. According to Stand for the Silent, an anti-bullying organization, 55,000 children have taken their lives in the last years due to cyberbullying. That's one child per hour in the last 7 years. In 2015, approximately 43% of students report cyberbullying in their lifetime. Teens rely most heavily on their parents and peers for advice about online behaviors and coping with challenging experiences. Parents can help prevent online bullying and suicide in children by educating their children on internet safety. Parents should also limit and monitor their children's social media accounts. The less negative information kids see and post online, the more we can improve their views on society and decrease cyberbullying. TV has been around for as long as most of us can remember. TV and what is shown on it has changed vastly. Instead of a good cartoon like Tom and Jerry, we now have reality TV shows. The reality TV shows are set up to be more dramatic and inappropriate to keep people interested in watching. In fact, they're not much like reality at all. Professor Pahad and research scholars Karaki and Fad report that the cast of Jersey Shore spends the entire summer binge drinking to excess and participates in risky sexual behavior, engaging in physical altercations, and even being arrested. Despite their obvious poor decision-making, their popularity continues to grow. The truth of it is, most television is inappropriate for certain age groups, and it teaches their children the wrong message about what they should believe about society. Adults on TV shows do not act as adults, but immature children who fight. Reality TV shows have an adverse influence on the minds of the youth, as they project behaviors such as being aggressive, abusive language, and jealousy. Having provocative dressing, they are sending a message that this is normal and acceptable for reality. Children who watch reality TV shows have been shown to suffer from ill effects from the content. According to Kevin Bliss, a writer and researcher for social media of Livestrong magazine, says, one study revealed that children who watch reality TV programming were significantly likely to associate wealth, popularity, and beauty as factors that contribute to happiness. It is no surprise that these values are held in high esteem in many participants in reality TV shows. You cannot change what is on TV, but you can change what your children watch. Even more prevalent than TV shows are the ever-expanding market of video games. Video game technology is always being updated, from the GameCube to the PlayStation. More and more kids and teens are being attracted to this booming industry. The problem with this is many of the games being produced are violent video games made for certain age-appropriate viewers. Parents do not monitor enough what games their children throw into their cart or what they download onto their desktops. Parents are unaware of the explicit language their children is being exposed to. These games not only swear and use violence and guns and knives to defeat other teams, but they also promote gangs and strip clubs. These games have age-appropriate recommendations for a reason, and young adults playing these games can be led to misled morals and values. According to the article, Background of the Issue, a collection of data from video game research states violent video games causes aggression and bullying. This stimulating violence, such as hand-to-hand combat and guns, can cause real violent behavior. Research has shown that these types of video games desensitize their players to real-life violence. After just 20 minutes of playing, a study was found that people become less psychologically aroused by the deaths in the game. By the age of 18, children will have seen 1,600 murders and 200,000 acts of violence in video game exposure. This repetition of violence has to be considered an effective method of teaching reinforcement learning patterns. Andrea Norcia, a Master of Science, applied her knowledge to the research and found that controlling for prior aggression, children who played more violent video games during the beginning of the school year showed more aggression than other children later on in the school year. According to the Office of Communications at Dartmouth, the more children who are exposed to these mature-rated, risk-glorifying video games are more likely to engage in a wide range of behaviors such as alcohol, smoking cigarettes, delinquency, and risky sex. We should not teach our children that violence is the answer, or that going to the strip club in our free time is fun. If your parents are monitoring more of what their children are doing and playing online, we will see less violence in our youth and children's sexism in society. To make an impact in your children's future lives, you need to make a change in their lives growing up. Parents should censor the social media, TV, and video games their children are exposed to. Parents need to be in their children's lives today more than ever because of the increase in social media and access to bad publicity. Social media is sending a message to our kids that using violence, stereotypes, and degrading women is how our world operates. Censoring and showing your children right from wrong can help better shape their morals and values.